The following question reads, which oxide will cause an increase in pH when added to water? The first one is magnesium oxide, aluminium oxide, SiO2 and SO2. So I'm going to discuss one by one what's going to happen when they're added to water and then figure out whether the pH is going to increase or not. So starting with the first one, MgO. Now remember, MgO is not very soluble in water. So if you mix it in water, a very tiny amount of magnesium hydroxide, I mean, it's going to change into magnesium hydroxide, but it's only very, very sparingly soluble. So if it's sparingly soluble, the pH would be just slightly higher. It's an alkali. It's going to produce OH ion when it dissolves in water. So since it's very sparingly soluble, let's call this pH 8. So which oxide will cause an increase in pH when added to water? That is definitely going to be magnesium oxide. The other two, so option A is going to be the correct option, but we're going to discuss the other three options anyways. The second one is aluminium oxide. Now both aluminium oxide and SiO2 are completely insoluble. They don't dissolve in water. If they're not going to dissolve in water, they're not going to produce any sort of ion in water. So the pH of water is not going to change. The pH would remain exactly neutral. And the last one is SO2. SO2 is an acidic gas. What happens when SO2 is mixed in water? It forms sulfurous acid. So if I mix SO2 with water, it's going to give me H2SO3, which is an acid. And it's a strong, relatively strong acid. Let's call that pH 2. So the pH is going to decrease. So the correct option for this question is going to be the first one. It's going to be A, MgO.